Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John, Megacycle here. Another mission, another episode, another whatever of the Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath AI Doubles Tournament. Holy, that is a lot of words. I had to write a small script to make sure I wouldn't mess that up. Anyway, we've gone GDI against NOD in the first video. Global Defense Initiative really pulled out all the stops. Really made it work. It was incredibly impressive. Or just dumb luck? I don't even know. I'm still shrugging about it. But GDI moves to the final bracket against Reaper 17, Traveler 59, Scrin, the maniacal alien takeover, ruin everything. I don't even know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it. Otherwise, this is going to be a nice fight. I'm really hoping for a good ramp up from both sides. I'm hoping GDI really learned their lesson. I know I'm just talking about the AI. Really, I'm really just talking like the AI. Oh, they'll learn, but they won't. They won't learn. It's AI. They run on a script and that's about it. But really hoping for a real nice knockout, drag out match. Bordertown beatdown again. I've got the Scrin on the left, GDI on the right, and then yeah, I guess there's really nothing else to say. Let's slam this play button and have at it. Huh? Look at that, and they put me as Scrin as well. Okay. Oop. Escape is not what I wanted. Well, kind of, because I'm selling my stuff. Okay, yes, boo-hoo. Okay, we got our Scrin on the left, rolling the west side. GDI on the right, rolling east. Power plant barracks first, interesting. Refinery first, refinery first. Power plant barracks, okay. So, that's interesting. Upper left, lower right, going power plant barracks. Lower left, upper right, going refinery first. Built the barracks, but nothing coming out of it. Engineers cramming right out of here for GDI. I don't see any engineers on the map. Okay, now engineers? Okay, now engineers. The assimilator is the Scrin equivalent of an engineer. Trust me, I'm an engineer with epic stats and epic gear. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Oh, okay. Not a lot of activity quite yet. Yep, few engineers getting about. Right now is probably the most sensitive part of the game because you can get a bunch of engineers out pretty diverse around the map without really having a whole lot of contention. But you can't do that mid-game. The AI will pounce. Okay, we have a foundry, which is the Scrin equivalent of a crane. Oh, already some seekers. Okay, interesting. We're seeing very NOD-like tactics that we saw the AI portray in the last few matches, which was building some vehicles. The seekers are like the tank equivalent, as far as you can get for Scrin. Just sitting right here, yeah, I mean, smart move. If you're not sure what to do, guard your MCV. Makes sense. A lot of the expansions are just going out. Okay, some disintegrators. Disintegrators are awesome anti-vehicle infantry. Also, if you crush them as a vehicle, they explode, and they deal a ton of damage. It's not fun. Vehicle plant over here. Not really seeing anything come out. Nothing's being built, really. If I was in this case, what I would do is I would literally double down on my economy. 2 refineries, maybe 5 or 6 harvesters, have that money flow constantly. And then if the AI really isn't doing anything or my opponent's not really confronting me, gives you an opportunity to tech up. Okay. Ideal ratio for a refinery set up this close. So I got to see 1 refinery, 4 harvesters for steel talent up here. 2 refineries, 5 harves is the ideal. And there we go. There's another refinery. Heavy on the eco. What about Zocom? I'm seeing 2 refineries, 3 harves. Oh, an attack already. Okay. We'll want to touch base on that, but I'm still want to do this economy walkthrough. 2 refineries, 2 harves. 1 refinery, 3 harvesters, right? I thought I saw a third around here somewhere. I guess not. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway. A second war factory out of steel talent. That makes sense. But if you take a look at the little bar, the secondary bar right there, see how it's twitching? it means this player is absolutely broke. They're trying to spend cash, they're not going to be able to do it. First assault from Scrin. Oh, they changed direction. Okay, Zocom is going to get a ton of free damage here. Oh, buzzers, I didn't even see him. Oh, wow. Shut that down in a hurry. Pretty diverse force here. You have an anti-infantry gun walker, which is also good against aircraft. And then you've got the Seekers, anti-vehicle, but also good against aircraft. Like, Scrin have some pretty well-rounded units. This is going to be devastating for Steel Talon. I see 1, 2 Titans, a third War Factory. They better really have a ton of cash to back this up. Those Titans are going to absolutely shred those Seekers, especially considering the Seekers are definitely conga lining. And they're just shooting right through the hill. First EMP strike. That got shredded pretty easily. Is this captured by... Who capped this? Zocom? Zocom came all the way up here and capped that. Did they cap all their... Oh, wow. Yeah, they've... It looks like they've capped everything. That blue is really hard to see from regular white. Or maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know. Anyway, far stronger troops coming from Scrin. Oh, seeing a good variety of stuff here. No aircraft yet. We do have the gravity stabilizer, and some's being built. I'm going to guess Storm Riders. If I had to guess, we're going to start seeing some Storm Riders. Storm Riders are a lot of fun. They like... I guess they work a lot like Venoms. They're like helicopters, so they don't have to rearm. But they act like aircraft because they still, I guess, have jet propulsion or whatever, like an aircraft. So they still do a lot of swing and moving around. Good ramp up on Scrin here. I count, what is that? 5 harvesters, 3 refineries. Okay, interesting. Oh, six harvesters right there. More gunwalkers, more disintegrators, staying very low tech. Yep, this is going to be a strong loss for GDI. Gosh, I wonder what they lost over there. Disintegrators are more anti-vehicle, but they don't do too bad against buildings. Yeah, that worked out pretty well, actually. A little more combat up here. Oh, those disintegrators are absolutely going to shred Steel Talon's harvesting processes. Look at that. Yep, I don't know if you just noticed it, but that harvester tried to run over. There, right there, yep. These disintegrators are cheap. I think they're 300 monies a piece, and they absolutely shred. This is going to be over for Steel Talon. Just from an economic perspective alone, there's been more than enough losses. Yeah, when we see the resources chart later, we'll get a much better look, but this might be over already for Steel Talon. I'm not seeing any real tech structures. This outpost or command post is fine for GDI, but we've got way more Scrin coming in. Okay, Steel Talon able to thwart that attack. Again, though, I can't stress this enough. The economic loss, I think he's down to 1 harvester. 1 harvester, 2 refineries. That's bad juju. That's bad magic. Steel Talon able to give a bit of a push here. Looks like they're trying to reclaim some territory. But even at a low tech, this is terrifying stuff. Scrin really putting the metal to GDI. Let's do a quick tech check. Okay, tech assembler right there. That's going to allow for some very high-end aircraft. Yep, still seeing some Storm Riders. Oh, Storm Riders here as well. Lots of economy. Lots of economy. This player right here is the first one to completely tap a TIB field. Yep, Gunwalker just runs the infantry right over. The Steel Talon would be amazing against these Gunwalkers if they were actually targeting the Gunwalkers. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those Storm Riders just getting free damage. Titans can't fire up. Titans are not anti-air cannons. Now the problem is, they're probably attacking infantry, like this, and that's an awful matchup. What's with the delayed shots? That's so weird. And it got shredded by the defensive structure. Okay, seen some orcas. Oh, some firehawks. Okay. Hopefully Zocom will be able to put that to some use. Yeah, Steel Talon are going to need some slingshots. They're definitely going to need an answer to these Storm Riders, or the Storm Riders are just going to annihilate Steel Talon. Yep, these Disintegrators are just going to ruin these Titans. Oh, man. Bad matchups like this always make me so disheartened. Like, man, if you would have been able to plan this a little bit better, you wouldn't have such loss. 2 Rift Generators online within 10 seconds of each other. You can tell an enemy's not getting pressured enough when they have more than enough time to build super weapons. Zocom trying to do a little bit of a knuckle cracker here with these Zocom Orcas. My recommendation, wait until a Harvester is docked. Harvesters can't undock, I don't think. Or at least the AI never undocks them, but that's a ton of free damage on a stationary target. Pretty good work here with the defensive structures and some errant missile squads. Actually putting in some work. Okay, what would I do if I was Steel Talon right now? Reconsolidate. Sell the tech structure, sell the airport, double down on economy. New refinery over here, 5 more harvesters. That's how that would work. You gotta reboot the whole thing from scratch. Or you're not gonna make it, for sure. Firehawk's getting chased by Storm Riders. Really hoping to see the Stratofighter upgrade really soon. That was an absolute waste. Change your armaments or retreat. I guess you have to... I don't know if you have to retreat at base in order to change your armaments. Firehawks are stupidly uncheap. Yeah, that was a complete waste. It's like sending a bunch of MiGs into battle without knowing what the enemy composition is. Okay, Zone Troopers immune to Tiberium. Like I stated, Zocom is very, very well versed in red zone operations. It's either immune or like crazy resistant. I can't remember, but I don't see any damage taken there. That engineer, though, has looked better. It's seen better days. Zocom actually doing a pretty good job getting a lot of these resource spikes. Warp Chasm. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're going to see the Heka Desa Trika Decapod, or whatever the hell it's called. And that is a scary, scary super. Oof. What? Phasing, cash bounty. It has, what, 4 slots for troops or 2 or something? It's ridiculous. Alright, did that engineer ever make it? Where did the engineer go? Oh, he's right there. Look at that. Alright, Zocom might be the strong contender here. If they can really pull a lot of these structures out. That was really good control right there from Steel Talon. However, this buzzer is probably going to have something to say about it. Yep. Unfortunately for them, buzzers have a bit of a wind-up. Oh, we're starting to see carriers. Those slingshots definitely coming in handy. Zocom's going to do some serious damage here. Whether or not they'll walk away with a kill, I'm not sure. But right there, that was pretty meaty of an attack. And they'll absolutely shred Storm Riders. Yep, done. Interesting. Let's check on... what is happening here? Steel Talon. Those buzzers are just going to go on an engineer kill rush. 3 minutes, 30 seconds until Rift Generator online. A commando. Man, the commandos have really been giving a really strong showing in this tournament. This has been incredibly interesting. Not employed them very well in the first round, and then GDI really pulled out all the stops with the command. Yeah, this is a done deal. Unless that buzzer gets a piece. Oh, that buzzer is a triple Omega veteran, or however the rank for Scrin goes. I have no idea. Tripod, right there. Interesting. Yeah, Scrin just has the capability of stack wiping entire Tiberium fields. That buzzer party's just gonna have a frickin' field day over there. Behemoth's coming online. GDI really using a lot of these grenadiers. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. That's going to be one rift generator online. That was going to be my strong recommendation, that if GDI is going to have any position to hold here, they've got to really start working off these super weapons. Because that is going to be real pain in their butt if they get ion cannoned or rift generated or nuked. Let's just say if they get special weaponed twice. Really a mess. Really a mess. Alright, Reaper tripods. Really beautiful piece of machinery. And we can hear the Storm Riders heading out. Steel Talon holding their own. I'm not going to say like they're going to win or even survive the match, but Steel Talon doing what they can. Have they increased their economic prowess at all? No, one harvester still. It's a real shame. I mean, again, as a human player, that's a good sign to sell out and consolidate. You don't need 2 refineries and 1 harvester. That's just a waste of power. And then you probably don't need so many power plants. With those 3 war factories, should be just spamming harvesters like crazy town. That's 1 down. Already an amazing upset. If you asked me 5 minutes ago, John, who do you think is going to win? Scrin. Scrin would have stack wiped Steel Talon, would have been the end of it. And that still might be the case. These Reaper tripods are ridiculously good. Going right for the MCV, yeah. I don't think he'll have enough power to destroy the MCV, like not enough health. Yeah, not enough. Since they're a much bigger target, the behemoths can take a real solid crack. Would have loved to have seen more sonic weaponry. Scrin is weak to sonics, I believe. I believe that's kind of the deal. We haven't seen any advanced defensive structures. We haven't seen the sonic emitters, or whatever the heck that thing's called. We haven't seen an obelisk of light. We've seen only at most like 1 or 2 actual defensives. Okay, bridge went down, and so did the units. Unfortunate for that. Rift generator on Zocom. Very smart move. Very good placement. Took out all 3 airports. That's going to set Zocom back by a significant margin, at least from an Air Force perspective. No build-up for the Eradicator Hexapod yet. 1 minute till Ion Cannon strike. Okay, now we're starting to see more advanced infantry units. The Ravager for sure. Okay. Not too sure how that was going to play out, but alright. Zocom probably up here to use Steel Talon's airport. Actually, I don't know if you can do that in this game. I don't actually recall. Seeing a lot of air prowess here out of Reaper. A lot of... You need 2 more refineries. This 1 refinery thing is stupid. Is anyone actually unloading their money? Okay, so they have another refinery. They're just absolutely adamant about not using it. Man, you think after several generations of Command & Conquer games, the Harvester code should be the one thing that is spot on, dead to rights, easy to do. But with the imagining of this game, it got weird. We missed the Ion Cannon strike. I was too busy trying to look out for other conflict. Cleared out some stuff. Cleared out an air base. Maybe something else? I'm not sure. Steel Talon literally living on a thread here. What a mess. GDI slingshots about. Zocom brand, I'm sure. The EMP, let's talk about that a little bit. We did mention in the last episode, the last match, I suppose. Really great at shutting down an opponent. Power plants, defensives, whatever. But it also one-shots aircraft. So that could be real power play on Scrin's move, on Reaper's move, if they could plan that just right. It's just all the grenadier squads, name it what you like. Oh, they're aiming after that engineer. That assimilator got toast. Yeah, reclamator hub. Yeah, this is starting to annoy me. The one harvester. Also, the one harvester that's going to the one depleted Tiberium field and bringing back, like, what, $18? $18 American? Like, engineer dies because Tiberium. Commandos are very resistant to Tiberium, but you shouldn't just... shouldn't do this. Anyway. Zocom really moving some bombing muscle. Now, the Commando does come with a jetpack. Oh, jump jets. That'd be a good way to get some more distance. But look at him. Look at him just tank all that damage. Of course, Reaper tripods are more anti-vehicle vehicles. Oof. Didn't quite make it. Buzzers, absolutely almost no damage versus vehicles or structures. Stratofighter air bomber, or Stratofighter upgrade. Yeah, you can work off a lot of these lesser structures. Power plants, barracks, incredibly weak structures, really easy for the Firehawks to deal damage. 2 minutes 55 seconds before another rift generator strike. Yeah, I was wondering where you'd show up. And bomb the crap out of that structure for no reason. No reason. Alright. Zocom seems to be recovering nicely, sticking with the Firehawk. I'm not seeing a Marv out of this Reclamator hub. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad call for Steel Talon to do either. Double down on a Reclamator hub, and then further double down on a Marv. That would solve all their money problems. Send that Marv right in the middle of the blue stuff. It's done deal. Build whatever you want. Build an amusement park while you're building up your base. Another run with another commando. Zocom really trying to work these strats. Buddy, you gonna do something about that buzzer swarm? You could literally turn around and shoot it in the face. I think he did. What the hell is even happening here? You gonna blow something up? Oh, wow. What a waste of energy and money. A slingshot in the enemy base. It is now fully veteranized. Yep. Okay, well, that shut down Reaper's air control completely. Minute 20 until... until a rift generator. You know what? This honestly kind of looks like just a harvester problem. Just a harvester scripting problem seemed to be what stopped this player dead in its tracks. If I had to guess. Yeah, right now, perfect time, double, triple down on Air Force for Zocom. Has Zocom gotten any of their aircraft upgrades? Yes, both of them. Okay. I knew it had the Stratofighter, but I wasn't sure if it got the ceramic armor. A commando? Another commando? Are you kidding? What's with the commandos? What is the deal with all this? Realistically, pop this refinery. This guy's done. Super weapons do you no good if they're your ultimate last ditch and you got no way to defend yourself. Speaking of defenses, literally 2 buzzer hives would trim up a lot of this garbage. For sure. Actually, let's take a quick gander. This one's actually owned by... Yep. Oh, Rift Generator. Okay, went for a Zocom expansion. Not bad. Got a couple of harvesters, got another airport. That was a good strike. Attacking structures like power plants and defensives can be really, really sexy if you're employing a super weapon. but hitting the long-term economy game can be just as important, if not more important. Oh, there's hot spots everywhere. I don't get it. What's the hot spot here? See that on the minimap? There's all these hot spots it's pointing on. Was that Orca damaged or something? Terror drones don't exist in this game, so I wonder what that was all about. Reaper tripods moving back. I don't know, you push that right now against Steel Talon, you might be able to get them. There's nothing here. This is a fully functioning Global Defense Initiative base with nothing in it. This harvester literally bringing back $1.50 every time. Oh, yeah, and what's even funnier is this damaged MCV has still been damaged from when that first tripod showed up. Hot spots all over the map again. Ion cannon, oh my god. What was that, 4 harvesters in a refinery? That's the final nail in the coffin. Game over. That's it. Yep. All we're doing is waiting out the clock now. Another stupidly weird upset from GDI. Some hammerheads, you can see if you zoom in real good. You can see the ceramic armor on them. At least I think. I think they get a visual upgrade. It looks a little more polygon-y. Yes, is how I'd explain it? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of like older models. Did you see how many shots that rifleman squad took? Yeah, exactly like what I was saying before. Those tripods are not built for anti-infantry. Yep. Zocom has all the time in the world to just bomb the crap out of them. Those tripods, okay, like I said, push in, take out that harvester, we're done here. Like, no problem. They do have another refinery, though, so that was cool, but that's not a nail in the coffin. Yep, these things do pretty darn good work, but the thing is, they gotta take out that behemoth. Those buzzers are not gonna do it. Man, what a sad mix-up here. Okay, Behemoth got some good work done, though. The Behemoths are actually cool because you can chuck an infantry in them. Rocket infantry are kind of my go-to. Gives the Behemoth a bit of anti-air, a little more control. Buzzers all over the map trying to do a darn about anything. The blue tib will go once again untouched. Hammerhead. Oh, and it has the AP ammo upgrade. Yep, and now that it's... yeah, the Hammerheads definitely need rocket infantry inside of them. That gives them anti-air capability, because right now that machine gun that's up front, only good for attacking ground units. Can't attack anything in the air with it. Yep, anytime a harvester's not moving, prime target. Prime target. Combat's still going on here. Steel Talon may still be pushed out of the game. Oh, Rift Generator just went offline. Another Commando. Wow. GDI just Sonic Artillery'd their own dude. That's funny. Question mark? Go for the MCV, you fool. Nope, just dink around with literally everything else. Let's see. Will Steel Talon live? They got 2 structures, 3 structures left. It's a race against time. Oh my god. Did you see that? The last Steel Talon structure was a refinery with half of its health remaining. Half health. Ugh. if Scrin would have pushed a little harder on Steel Talon, they could have knocked him out way earlier. But yeah, let's take a look right here. This is exactly what I was talking about. At this moment, 5 minutes 40 seconds in. Yeah, this was the first rush of Reaper. And I think Traveler was also in there. But that definitely was the shutdown for Steel Talon. That was game over. And if you take a look at the rest of the economics, Reaper and Traveler still went up. So they still had fully functioning economies. But yeah, this is where Steel Talon made $50 in between all that. So that was interesting. Zocom really did a good engineer push. We could see that throughout. Lots of engineers, and whatever they didn't engineer, they destroyed. So that worked out pretty well. Structures, yeah, you can see right here on the map. This is where Steel Talon was about to die, but because there wasn't a skull, and it has the star with the leaves around it, you can see it's a victory. So Zocom really pulled it out there as well. Yep, right about that 5 minute mark, right here again for Steel Talon. This is where everything fell apart, and then everything just stagnated. They didn't really attack, and whatever they did attack, they might have retreated often to try to minimize unit loss. That was just a mess. Yeah, Zocom really for the win. I don't have anything else to say. That was an absolute rough mess, is what that was. I guess as another idea for another tournament is we could do like a mirror match. So like Zocom versus, oh, I don't, maybe two Reapers? Maybe two Reapers? I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out what would be a proper mix-up. I did this wrong. GDI on the left this time. All good. Reversal? Let's see what happens. And I'm Reaper. Awesome. And that is fine. Okay, power plant. Refinery, refinery, refinery. Now, the weird thing is, we never really see engineers come out of the barracks until the refinery's built. Now, I thought you could build engineers right away, but maybe you need a refinery first? I'm honestly not sure. I usually go like power plant, refinery, just out of habit. Yep, first refinery there. Refinery there, power plant. Refinery, power plant. Okay, you must need a refinery to build engineers. That's got to be the case. Or it doesn't make any sense why the AI is waiting that long. Second refinery? A war factory already out of Zocom. Interesting. Oh, that's not going to be a harvester. Pit bulls. We haven't seen those very often. That'll be interesting to see. Crane with the MCV, or a foundry. Foundry, it's called. What's being built? Another refinery, maybe? Refinery and a war factory? There's the second refineries I'd expect. You must be dropping a war factory. That was a refinery that got scrapped, I'm sure. Okay, really going ham on the engineers here. Good placement for the refinery for Steel Talon. Where did that pit bull go? Oh, there it is, behind the MCV. Okay. Building up, bunkering up a little bit. Not seeing a whole lot going on here. You know what? That's the exact same location in the last match where Steel Talons placed their refinery. Interesting. Okay, starting to see some capturables happen around the map. I think these are the first two structures. This Tiberium spike and this EMP generator control center, whatever. Harvesters, two refineries. I'm sure I mentioned this before, but just to mention again, with this kind of a distance right here, if you're building right up, 2 refineries, 5 harvesters. That keeps the flow, mojo, everything moving. 2 refineries, 3 harves. 2 refineries, 2 harves. Not seeing any vehicle creation out of Steel Talon. At a minimum, use that thing, crank out a couple harvesters. But it really honestly feels like the only way the AI knows how to build harvesters is by selling refineries. A tech assembler and a gravity stabilizer immediately out of Traveler. I'm hoping to see some planetary carrier stuff. Another one. Oh. Honestly, mass-produced Storm Riders right now, you could really punch Zocom in the face with that kind of kit. If you can get 4 or 8 of them or whatever, just mass-produce that, could get a lot of work done. But considering how slow this bar is... No, they're just out of money. Yeah, they're just out of cash. Okay, moving up the refinery operation. Another harvester in the exact same spot if we were to reverse it. Now, why so far away? I'll never know, but there's 2-4 right there. 2 refineries, 4 harves. Infantry getting stupid by running into Tiberium. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, run through Tiberium, see where it gets you. A signal transmitter, okay. Now we should be able to see like mothership level stuff if we really wanted to. We haven't seen a mothership yet. Holy crap, a warp chasm? They're out of money, but if they had money, I could tell what it is. EMP strike on the power plant. There's no real defensive structures, so I can't really actually tell if they're out of power without doing all the math. Zocom moving in. Pitbulls, a rifleman squad. Oh, no, missile squad. And 2 predators. Interesting shiz. Interesting shiz. What a loss. Yep, that's $1,000. Oh. That's $1,000. There we go. Because engineers are 500 apiece. Yep, that's a real waste of troops. Literally 1 Wolverine to guard some of those engineers would really make the difference. I'm not seeing any anti-infantry here. I'm not seeing anything... anything to even any of it out. Zocom getting a pretty good push on Reaper here. If they can destroy this warp chasm, it'll cancel the construction. If the Eradicator Hexapod comes out of there, this could be already game over for GDI. The Eradicator Hexapod is stupid difficult to fight. Yep, there it is. You put an engineer or 2 in there, that auto repairs. Just ridiculously, stupidly tough then. Okay, that's our first super unit throughout this match. Man, I hope it goes on the bridge and then the bridge blows up. That would be so funny. Wow, an engineer that saved that tussle. Or got saved in that tussle. That's incredible. Okay. Attack or don't. Attack or don't. Pick one. Wow. Steel Titan's much more concerned over the Tiberium spikes than the Eradicator Hexapod. In my personal opinion, when you're going up against a super weapon like the Eradicator Hexapod, you attack once. And by that I mean you attack with everything you've got. Because you're only going to probably get one opportunity to do it. Also, air units would be pretty damn stellar right about now. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Traveler amassing a very sizable fleet. These Devastator warships, amazing artillery units. You can outrange, I think, everything in the game. It's ridiculous. Yep, this guy's just gonna run over that Titan. Get money in the process. It's literally a walking piggy bank. I don't honestly know how this is going to pan out because let's take a damage check. Now, is that within range? I don't know if that's within range. It is not. It's got to be pretty close range for you to get the money event out of it. Yep, which will absolutely happen right now. There, you can see 165 monies. The Firehawks are going to be a lot less effective against that thing, considering it has to be... Oh, I was like, if this Grenadier takes out this structure, I'd laugh my ass off, because those defensive turrets have a minimum range. You can just go up and hug it, and it can't hit you. Is it producing buzzers? The heck? Huh, okay, it's just got a weird resting animation. The railgun upgrade would be pretty dope for these Titans, for sure. Steel Talon's backing up, trying to reorganize. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Traveler getting out their Air Force. This is enough hardware to shut down anybody. Zocom's going to have to double down on Firehawks. Switch the payload so it's anti-aircraft and not anti-ground in order for this to be anywhere of a threat. Yeah, this is a steamroll. This is a complete steamroll job. Probably some Firehawks, still some damage back there. I don't know why in the heck the AI would ever think this is a good match. Look at this health. I don't know why it's concentrating on the... Well, got the engineer anyway. Yeah, there you go. Keep interrupting myself because there's literally so much going on and so much to talk about. Zocom really trying to get a push in here. If you're not going to attack the Eradicator Hexapod straight out, they could probably push really hard with all their Air Force and take Reaper out by the base. Oh, they're just concentrating on the infantry. The AI can almost never ever resist an engineer. I don't think there's ever a time I've ever seen the AI selectively choose a target that was not an engineer. Yeah, if GDI can come in and stack wipe all this, the Annihilator Hexapod will just disappear. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Zocom is more than enough to handle on their own. Yeah, there's no anti-air, there's no slingshots. Now, GDI also has a couple of command abilities that really help with this. In addition to the EMP, which every player has, there's some work they could do. It's like a supersonic strike or something it's called. They might actually be able to take out this Eradicator Hexapod just because it's straight up not paying attention. Oh, if this thing runs over all the refineries, this is going to be game over. But look, same crap is happening. Look at this. They all have money. Oh, there you go. It just takes an obscene amount of time. I can't believe it. They took out an Eradicator Hexapod. That's incredible. Now, if Zocom can get out of this, that'll be even more incredible. Yeah, in a pinch, group up the Harvesters, see if you can get some damage done. Ion Cannon came online a minute and a half ago, completely spaced it. Steel Talon with that. And who dropped the Rift? Reaper. Interesting. That loss of the Hexapod might have turned the tide, but there's still a massive Air Force by Traveler down here by Zocom. Yeah, just watch. Gone. Yep. Tap all your red mana, chuck it into a Disintegrate spell. Stuff is just going to be missing. Yep. Zocom is toast. Which is really unfortunate because Zocom was contributing very heavily to the aircraft. The aircraft assault here. Yep. There's just nothing for it. Yep. Zocom's toast. Last structure of Zocom right here. Take all these harvesters, chuck them against the Air Force. At least deal some damage, because right now, Steel Talon is all alone. And there's 0% chance they're going to win. Negative 0? There's a negative 5% chance they're going to win. How about that? Even worse. Even worse odds. Yeah, there's nothing left. There's no hidden gem here. This is all just going to get outranged and destroyed immediately. The EMP, if Steel Talon had the EMP strike, right here, take all this out. One shot. And now their fate is sealed. Oh my gosh, even more reinforcements. There's not enough slingshots in the game that's going to save them now. Oof. Freaking woof, man. Now what? Oh yeah, no, take care of all the little civilian structures. Yeah, that makes sense. That's really a great bait and switch technique. If you need to buy some time, put literally the cheapest infantry you can afford into a civilian structure. Occupy it. Occupy a bunker or something, because the enemies will treat it as one of your structures. They'll even put emphasis on it. Yep, offline. Yep. You can also tell that they're offline because the number on the ion cannon is completely losing its McNuggets. And there you go, they're back online. The lightning bolt means there are structures that are manually powered off. Yeah, there's no way this is going to work for Steel Talon. Does Steel Talon actually have an assault on the way? Yeah, the only way this would work, again, is if Steel Talon got their hands out of their pockets, stacked wiped some of this, and they could get one player out of the game. But the problem is, it's Traveler that's bringing all the heat, not Reaper. So, it's weird. This is almost a reverse from the last game, right? I wonder if the right side of the map is just way OP or something. But if I did do-overs for every single stupid mistake that would happen, this would never ever end. We'd never be able to get out of here. Lens flares of doom. How's Steel Talon doing over here? If they just attack the structures, they might be able to get Reaper out of here before the final bell. But there's a lot of artillery here. Yeah, there's nothing left for Steel Talon. Even if you got 8 Firehawks in the sky with the right armaments, I don't think there'd be enough. Yeah. And actually, I don't think I've ever seen the AI switch armaments so far. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh man, if I was an Orca pilot, I would just point my craft in the other direction and just fly. That's the end of the airport. That's the end of the airport. Ion cannon is the only structure left, and that's going to wrap it up. That's a 1-1 across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Man. What an interesting, stupid battle. Traveler really pulled it out that time. For sure. Reaper, that was a really nice upset with the Eradicator Hexapod. But it was used so ineffectively, that was just stupid. So you can see in this game, everyone's economy pretty much stayed on point. No one got really move capped or anything, or supply capped. Money was flowing. Money was flowing. Zocom came in pretty heavy again with the Air Force. That was a nice help, but yeah, Traveler definitely cleaned house. Okay, same as before. Quick reversal. So we have Steel Talon in the upper left. We have Traveler 59 in the lower left. We have Reaper 17 in the upper right. We have Zocom in the lower right. So this is the exact same thing we did in the first match. Or the first round, I should say. We did a bit of a reversal, so we have one GDI and one Scrin on each side. So that's going to make for interesting combat. I don't really have anything to say. Like, I've been so befuddled with what's been going on. GDI overusing grenadiers like nobody's stupid business. I don't know why. Scrin with absolutely going ape shit on the airfields and air forces, and that really paid off. I honestly just don't know who to root for here. So let's just have at it, right? Enough with the chit chat. Let's do it. So Steel Talon versus Reaper, Zocom versus Traveler. If we're going left to right. Na na na. No one cares. Is everyone going Harvester? Wow. This is the same thing that happened in the first round, right? Like the third match. Everyone just did refineries. Interesting. I don't know what causes them to flip-flop in between what they're going to do. Maybe just for variety, just to mix it up a little bit? I'm not sure. But we've got all the refineries down. Power plants assuredly are next. And then whatever's next after that is kind of free game. War factory, maybe? Refinery, maybe? No one went barracks? No one went barracks. Okay. Okay, foundry. War factory. Okay. Foundry, power plant. You're still building? Oh, you must be building another refinery. Yep. Same location, all the way to the top. What a waste. What a waste of time. Titan, off the assembly line. That's the first military unit been built. If Steel Talon really want to cause an upset, crank out 3 Wolverines right now. Or even another Titan and 2 Wolverines or something. You need at least a Wolverine or 2. And send that. You might be able to do some serious stack wiping here. Must have been a refinery. Okay, barracks online for Zocom. Everyone's so late to the barracks game that pretty much means no engineers. So whoever has engineers, yeah, Zocom is cranking them out right now. They pretty much have keys to the kingdom to every capture ball on the map. Yeah, I'm trying to take a really close eye here at the mini-map. I don't see anything captured yet. Yeah, if Zocom motored on that, they could really pull a strong economic advantage. Anyone else? Anyone else want to build Void Rifts or whatever the heck they're called for Scrin? No barracks. No. This is so weird. No barracks. Except for Zocom. Okay, Zocom with the EMP. I see Zocom with the Tiberium Spike. Oh. Nope, just a bunker. The Tiberium Spikes, I can't overstate how critical they are early game. You capture them, you get the price of your engineer back, which is $500. It's called a finder's fee. If you're the first to capture the structure, you get that money back. And you get a slow trickle of cash. I think it's 15 monies every 2 seconds, or... No, it's 10 every 1 second. Which can really add up over the course of a battle, for sure. That translates to hundreds of monies in very short order. Another tech assembler. Yep, we're going to see the exact same strat out of Traveler. For sure. That's the exact same setup. For Reaper, I would not be amazed if we saw another Warp Chasm. Another Eradicator Hexapod. What I call it before? A trichodeca... a triple Podenstein, or what, I don't know. Zocom Orca's on the field. No surprise there. Knowing what I knew about the last match, my strat personally would be, if I was on the side of GDI, especially Zocom, yep, there's a signal transmitter. I would push as hard as I could against Reaper if I was Zocom. Triple down on Air Force, push on Reaper as much as possible. Then I would have my Firehawks ready with anti-air missiles, which would be perfect against a mature Traveler. Okay. Saw that engineer. Starting to see a bunch of engineers. Steel Talon finally getting into the game. Still not seeing any engineers on the map for any of Scrin. Nothing captured here. Nothing captured here. There's just nothing. This is all GDI territory. Yeah, Shard Walkers are upgraded gun walkers. Yep, instantly ices that infantry. We have one captured defensive tower here for Zocom. Okay. Steel Talon on the push. Not really seeing any... Yeah. Already 3 of the Devastators. If they get, I would say, 2 of the planetary carriers, or whatever the heck they're called, that's going to already be it for Steel Talon. Okay, more capturables. 2 slingshots. 2 slingshots would be perfect right now to complement that assault. I don't see any slingshots at all. Pit bulls aren't too bad, but they are frail as heck. Interesting little trade-off there. Zocom lost an Orca or 2, I believe. Yep, and this is it already. Steel Talon's expertise is on the ground. So this is already a pretty iffy matchup. Oh yeah, you're toast, buddy. It's too bad your mech has a stutter, cause... Yeah, toast. Reaper tripods. Lots of harvesters. I count 2 refineries, 6 harvesters. Pretty good stuff right there. What do we have here for a mix-up? 2 refineries, 4 harvesters. Not bad. 2 refineries, 4 harvesters. Not bad. 2 refineries, 3 harvesters? First rift generator online from Traveler. Okay, they're bringing pit bulls, so they'll actually be able to damage the air units. This is already pretty scary. Second rift generator online. It's getting scary for GDI. This is the bigger problem about how the AI treats targets. Because now all the valued anti-air is going to be Swiss cheesed into oblivion. That's painful to watch. What a terrible, terrible mix-up. Or matchup, I should say. Yep, that was it for that attack. Reaper doing a much better job with different unit composition. The Shard Walkers are absolutely going to shred Orcas. This already seems, you know, I'm gonna call it. We're a few minutes in, but I've got them strong feels. This is going to absolutely go to Scrin. Almost. Almost. Could have knocked out this whole fleet with one well-aimed shot. Or maybe it was a little wide at the point, but still, that's a ton of money that would just be thrown away. Tons of zone raiders. Not a bad mix-up here. Not a bad matchup. The sonic grenades are going to do hella bang, as long as they don't walk up too close and get crushed. Actually, I don't know if zone raiders can get crushed. Now, the only thing you have to watch is once you start blowing up structures, the buzzers are going to show up. Oh, this is going to melt. Yep, maybe working on that Eradicator. Yep, this is already going to be incredibly problematic for Steel Talon. That's Steel Talon dead. Zocom can make this work, but they have to put everything in triple overtime. These zone raiders definitely need reinforcements. 4 rifle squads, 2 missile squads might be enough. Might be enough of a diverse combination to make that work. Yeah, the fact that the Devastator warships can outrange everything in the game. Oh, there you go, some slingshots. I'd say 2 more slingshots and you can stop that assault. Zone Trooper's gonna be able to take this out? Wow, sunk the putt. Also, the Rift Generator for Reaper's offline. This might turn into a Zocom versus Traveler fight. Unless Steel Talons can really put some work on it. Oh, I heard him. I heard, yep, there he is. Commando. This is it for Reaper. Reaper's toast. This is really the other key matchup right here. Definitely need 2 or 3 more slingshots. It's doable, and the AI is stupid enough to just attack literally anything that's not attacking them. But also, these slingshots gotta get mobile. Them staying in one spot, they take the full damage of the Devastator warship strike. Oh, there we go, another slingshot. Yeah, the assault carriers aren't invulnerable. They're just like carriers from StarCraft. But they're strong. You gotta pay attention to them. What's the last thing you got here? Oh, that's it. Oh, Reaper's out. Reaper's out of the game. Literally, all Steel Talon has to do right now is survive. If they can get another slingshot out the door, anything would work. Oh, they actually built an anti-aircraft defense all the way in the back, and that can easily get outranged by the warship, for sure. This is probably the end for Steel Talon. Zocom trying to nickel and dime Traveler. Working out pretty well. Those Firehawks can literally get in, do up a bunch of damage, dust up some kills, and then beat feet out of there with the Stratojet fighter. Speaking of which. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, yep, all the upgrades. Honestly, right now the more important thing is to defend the Steel Talon, but that's not going to happen. The AI doesn't really coordinate very well. Is that a fully veteranized Zone Raider? It absolutely is. These things are going to annihilate buildings. Yep, just like that. And they do pretty alright damage against air units too. Not like great, but not terrible. Is that a shock trooper? Okay. Thought it was a mastermind for a second. I'm like, holy crap. 1 minute until Rift generator hits. Is it gonna get it? Oh my gosh, he got it. That Devastator warship, though, is still a problem. Is this Pitbull gonna get it done? No. That Pitbull has to stay mobile. And it's not being mobile at all? Which is unfortunate. Why build a barracks? Oh my gosh. Please tell me you switched armaments. Nope, you're just gonna disappear somewhere else. Yeah, the carriers are gonna shred these orcas, or literally anything that comes through. Rift in less than 15 seconds. Who's that gonna get used on? You could probably use it on Steel Talon and finish them off. Hit the refinery, hit the harvesters. Nope. Zocom. Lots of good damage there. Lots of really good damage there. That was not a bad pick. Devastator warship still online. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating to watch. Literally build 2 missile infantry, chuck them inside the harvester, call it a day. The harvester is armored. Instead, you built a grenadier squad. That's cute. Another grenadier. Aren't those like $600 a piece? Why would you even? Why? So many grenadiers, I don't get it. Another one? Just literally throwing away your Tiberium profits. That guy's just going to start regenerating hit points if it veteranizes anymore. A little bit of infighting around the blue Tiberium. Not that much of a fight. Now Zocom's just sending whatever it wants. Did it there? Yeah, what happened to this Air Force? Why is it not guarding the base? Of course, you've got 2 harvesters that are harvesting nothing. Oh, actually, you've got some harvesters coming to the good stuff. I take that back. Yeah, this is going to be piece by piece. Oh my gosh. I can't believe again. I can't believe again with this massive, stupid Air Force. This is a lot of money. I think these assault carriers are like 3,000 or 2,000. Like, it's some outrageous amount of money. That's a lot of cash that you're choosing to spend into an Air Force. And it's still not finishing off Steel Talon, which it could have easily hours ago. Yeah, that's a really gutsy move. And they have the crane left, or they have the foundry left, so they're not out of the game quite yet. Pit bulls actually aren't bad against structures, especially with the mortar upgrade. That makes them pretty good artillery units for being cheap. Yep, there's the tech assembler. How's this coming along? They're retreating now. Okay. What is this even shooting at? Riflemen. Wow. Wow. Why? Such bad. Man. If I was like, okay, you know what? There's enough bad decisions that are made. Do over. Oh, the harvesters aren't getting into the refineries. Do over. Oh, the pathing sucks. Do over. If I did that for every single match, this would honestly never stop. This would never end. Air Force has just arrived. Honestly, if these guys stay local and they can build up from scratch here with this foundry, they can make this work. Oh, they actually rebuilt their drone platform. Right. Comes right out of the gravity stabilizer because it's an aircraft. Keep forgetting about that. Steel Talon has nothing left. Sell everything, move the MCV. MCV goes back here. Build a refinery, try to bunker up a bit. The AI sometimes does a really good job selling stuff to make money for other things. And other times it just does no effort. And actually, Steel Talon has a couple of Tiberium spikes. I count 3 of them. That's a lot of money that's coming in every second. The Steel Talon might be able to pull them up, pull themselves up from their bootstraps and make this work. Assuming a Zocom commando doesn't just show up. Oh, Steel Talon actually took this one too. Interesting. Okay, more pit bulls. You're gonna need like some slingshots. Like you're gonna need some proper anti-air because this is, yep, it's all gone. Yep. You're just veteranizing the enemy. This drives me nuts. I call this conga line. when you're doing a conga line because the units are showing up 1 or 2 at a time. Group them up, hit the scatter button, spread them out, assault like hell. That's how that should work. Zocom with a lot of economic prowess here. This is going to be the exact same situation, isn't it? Zocom is going to come in, mad sweep, just in time for Steel Talon to survive. That Orca's dead. Not even going to trace that. That Orca's dead. Not even going to trace that. A lot of veteranization is happening right now. A lot of stupid mistakes. Yep, dead. Dead. These units, as they're veteranizing, are also going to just get self-repair after a while. "35 seconds until the next rift." They could use that rift to easily shut down the rest of Steel Talon. In my honest opinion, I'd use that rift generator against Zocom. Somewhere like right here, or even right here. Beautiful stuff. Really shut down the economy. That would make it work, yeah. Dump it right about here where my cursor is. Absolutely. Get as many harvesters as possible. Then you'd see on the map, at the very end of the timeline, a sharp, sharp drop. Okay, that was my first shot, right? Lots of hardware just went to crap. Didn't really slow down the economics. So plenty of harvesters going around. But still. Ouch. How's Steel Talon? Still alive? Steel Talon is officially dead. They'll have all the money in the world, but they can't do anything with it. Yep. Steel Talon's out of the game. This is interesting. Oh my god. That's a Zocom control. Tiberium Spike, Zocom control, Zocom control. Zocom did a really good job maneuvering and capturing, for sure. Yeah. That's definitely what springboarded them into enough money to have tech to throw around and money to throw around. Our first expansion, our first explorer, who's going to die immediately. Are you kidding me? You're not going to finish that off? What in the heck? Actually, I take that back. That's not our first expansion. We've had other little mini expansions, I think. Been hard to track, to be honest. Did I just hear an Annihilator Hexapod? Huh, I must be losing my mind. I could have sworn I just heard an Annihilator Hexapod. Slingshots, you gotta move. You gotta move. What an absolute waste. I don't know why the units by default are not set into retaliation mode. It's so frustrating. If you're under attack, counter attack. Don't just sit there with your thumb in your thumbs. I don't know. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a push here from Traveler. To be honest, not a bad plan. But I guess if I was in Traveler's shoes, I would literally just chill. You'd be the only person on the map with a super weapon. Maybe setting up a secondary base somewhere wouldn't be a bad plan. You came all the way up here to get Tiberium. No one has touched the blue stuff yet, still. After all these years, no one wants it? You guys allergic to blue Tiberium? What's going on? GDI doing a pretty good job keeping the economy structure level. And now you guys are just going to fly all the way back? You're literally going to fly past all the carriers. Huh, okay. I thought carriers could attack the air. What? Oh, they're too interested in these grenadiers. Oh my god. At least they have the upgrades. The exoskeleton or whatever. Tiberium field suits and the EMP grenades. Ion cannon online. Zocom is doing a stupidly good job keeping the economics of Traveler under wraps by just picking apart harvesters that get too close, but still, there's going to be a time when that Air Force finally makes it to Zocom HQ, and that's going to be a freaking problem. Oh yeah, there's an outpost for sure. Yep, I take back what I said about that being the first expansion. GDI doing some pretty good work. Keeping Traveler at bay. Let's take a look at Steel Talon real quick. Yeah, nothing. If we had crates on, that would be an opportunity for Steel Talon to get back in the game, but that's absolutely not going to happen here. Honestly, what's a big issue right now? Traveler not committing. Traveler absolutely is not committing to the war effort. I would say literally attack with everything you have right now against Zocom and you'll win. Look at that. That's ridiculous. How veteranized are these guys? Still first promotion? Still not bad. Minute 45 until the next rift. I honestly don't know how many more of those Zocom's going to be able to come out of it. Oh my gosh, a Reclamator hub. All kinds of new operations going up. I can't believe it. Again, I thought the Scrin had this in the bag, but GDI is just making one slightly better decision after another. I think, honestly, the real clincher was capturing all the Tiberium spikes. Okay, more slingshots. Yeah, that's a really good call. Lots of slingshots. This might be the end. If GDI can keep pushing slingshots, oh my gosh, yep. Now all they got is, what, 2 Devastator warships to deal with? 1 Devastator warship? And they're retreating for some reason. That's interesting. There it is. And that's game over for Traveler. Zocom has too much aerial superiority. It's absolutely over. Yep. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Zocom is actually going to bring the victory home with a half-dead, if not almost completely dead, Steel Talon. Rift Generator in 3 seconds. I'm going to guess it's in the exact same spot. No. Where did it go? Ah, the expansion. Really good choice. Really good choice. That absolutely nixed a lot of the economic power Zocom had going for it. So it's not a bad choice, yeah. Unfortunately for Scrin, this is really an interesting counter, considering how the last tournament went. I honestly thought Scrin was going to clean the board. I really did. I said it, what, 3 times now? 4 times now? Something like that? I'm like, yeah, Scrin's got it. We're done. Kick your feet up, relax, lean back, and just enjoy the melodies. Like, because we're just done here. Our first Mammoth tank off the field. Interesting. No upgrades, no railgun. Actually, I don't know if Zocom gets the railgun upgrade, but still. Nice to see a Mammoth tank. There went the Rift Generator, of course, with our favorite, the Commando. And, of course, some of the jokes from the first Command & Conquer. That was left-handed. Yep. This is it for Traveler, for sure. I wonder if the AI is going to be vindictive, wait the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds and just ion cannon them into the ground. Oh, excuse me, yawn coming on there. Not even tired. My body was just like, you know what? It's yawn o'clock. Wow, that's it. That's it. That cleans out this little mini tournament. Zocom, Steel Talon emerge victorious. I did not see this coming. Yeah. And you can see, yep, you can see the exact same part where Steel Talon fell absolutely apart. Steel Talon seems solid for about the first 10 minutes. But not enough capturables, not enough diversifying where the resources are coming from, not enough diversity in units. Just, there's so many really basic mistakes that drive me nuts about the AI that I don't know how to code. But it's like after a couple of playthroughs, you kind of realize the AI is just really bad at making some really basic decisions. The problems are only exacerbated if we do brutal. Brutal difficulty gives the AI, if it's at that difficulty, it gives it double the resources. And I think that's the only real difference. So when you're seeing bad decision making, like harvesters can't get into the refinery, no amount of money production is going to fix that. If you're getting zero monies, you're getting zero monies because no one's bringing stuff in. But anyway, that concludes this little 2v2 tournament. Really happy with how it went. Global Defense Initiative is the victor. Pretty amazing stuff. I honestly think 2 Zocoms would be like a dream team versus 2 Travelers. I think that would be like an ideal mirror match setup. But anyway, let's call this a done deal. Thank y'all for joining me. Name's John Megacycle, and this was the end of the Command & Conquer 3 AI tournament, doubles tournament, whatever I called it. I don't care anymore. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.